Anything can really happen.
You get one shot.
It's the excitement, the pace, the way that something can be so tenuous yet so positive, the movement is super athletic.
Fairly fit body, lots of endurance, but I think you need a really good mindset.
Every competition is different, every structure is different, every route is different.
It's really cool, like nothing you've done.
Vertical sprints.
70% of your mind, 30% of your power and speed, and
you use all parts of your body, like hands and legs, and also like core strength is very important.
There's a big component to it also of being able to visualize ahead and pick the right holds to get on the ice and know what a good spot is to take. With the dual format, you're racing against your partners. There's some mind games that happen there.
You have to be able to climb a lot harder than the route is going to be.
Lots of decision making. It's more technical than just rock climbing. There's so many ways to use the tools.
The route is, for example, 25 holes, 25 problems puzzle.
Every athlete has their own creative approach to solving the challenges set by the route setters.
sometimes I feel a bit scared, but I think I'm enjoying that kind of feeling.
It's an amazing community.
Everybody supports each other no matter if there's a language barrier. You still try to help each other as much as possible.
Ice climbing is a really interesting sport from a community perspective because it kind of transcends all boundaries. All different nations sat at the tables together, eating together, competing together. It's really a family as opposed to a circuit of competitors. I've never experienced a sport or a community quite like that I found in ice climbing. Welcome to the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Tour. My name's Liam Lonsdale and we are about to get the first round underway. We're here in Asia, the first of 3 continents that we're going to be visiting, including Europe and North America. 3 of the 4 defending champions are here to protect their titles. Welcome to Cheongsong. warm welcome and good morning from Cheongsong, South Korea. It's Sunday, it's early, and we are almost ready to begin with the first finals of the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season. First up, we'll have the speed semi-finals, a round of 16, followed by a knockout round of 8. We have 16 men and 16 women lined up this morning. First up in the women's competition, let's give you a quick run through of that starting list. We'll have Cha Yu-jin of Korea, Maria Tolokonina of Russia, Polina Obarikova of Kazakhstan, Elena Kochegarova of Russia, Katarina Feoktistova of Russia, Olga Kozek of Poland, Mariam Filipova of Russia, Aryumbayar Batpatar of Mongolia, Kendra Stritch of the USA, Anna Udartseva of Russia, Mira Alhonso of Finland, Ekaterina Kosheva of Russia, Sunga Son of Korea, Enni Bertling of Finland, Natalia Savitskaya of Russia, and Hamin Young of Korea. That will be our first 16 in the women's. And of course, over in the men's competition, we begin with Mongolia's Kurelbatar Garelzogt, into Vladimir Kartashev of Russia, Vladislav Urlov of Russia, Anton Yemov of Russia, Roman Shestanin of Kazakhstan, Kedlen Nyamdu of Mongolia, Saikon Dragal Otkombayar of Mongolia, Marcus Garcia of the USA, Enkpatar Dorchusen of Mongolia, Tapio Alhonso of Finland, Nikolai Kuzovlev of Russia, Radmozen of Iran, Yang Mung Wog of Korea, Anton Sukharev of Russia, Jun Yang Pyo of Korea, and Dmitry Grebenikov of Russia. We love to hear from you here at the UIAA, wherever you are tuning in from. We'd love you to let us know. You can get in touch with us using that hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. You can get in touch with me directly on @Liam Lonsdale, and of course you can contact the UIAA directly on UIAA Mountains. Drop us a comment in the chat box. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you are cheering for. Who do you think will be stood on the top spot of the first podium of the UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season for this year in 2019? In just a few moments' time, we will start to find out. Yesterday evening, we had the lead semi-finals. This afternoon, we will have our lead finals. 8 men and 8 women will be going through later today to that competition, and we'll be live here from 1:45 local time, 1:45 p.m. local time. You'll be able to tune in and watch. They're making the final preparations to that speed wall right now. You see them shoveling the ice away from the start panel. Those glassy blocks above him are that's the structure, that's the speed wall structure. Very good morning to Przemek Kozek, he's tuned in. We've got people tuned in from Arizona. We've got people tuned in from all over the world. Let us know where you are watching from. Who do you think will be on the top spot today? Let us know. Of course, there are some regular names that we see in there. Kuzovlev was the overall gold medal winner last year in the speed competition. Kartashev is the reigning world champion. We've got Anton Yemov, who's won gold medals in the past in the speed competition. Great to see some different names in there as well. Marcus Garcia of the USA, Tapio Alhonso of Finland. Both not necessarily frequent names in the speed comp. Especially look out for today, Radmozen of Iran. Very talented athlete, very, very fast. Certainly one to watch. In the women's competition, again, we have the likes of Maria Tolokonina, Katarina Feoktistova, both very talented athletes. Some nice different names in there as well. Both of Finland's female athletes, Mira Alhonso and Enni Bertling. So we're almost ready to begin. This is Cha Yu-jin. Great to see some Koreans in there. It's not often that we do in the speed semi-finals. So what's happening now is she will try and log her fastest time. The fastest 8 will go through to the finals. Good technique, nice open hips, good driving legs, strong arms. 12.263 is her start time. So that's bib 110, Cha Yu-jin. Mr. Hassan Chef. We've got people tuning in from France. Good morning, bonjour. Although it's probably quite late in the evening over there. 8 hours time difference to Central Europe, 9 hours time difference to the UK. Here's Maria Tolokanina now. Won many, many gold medals in this speed climbing competition. And you can just see her ahead of Cha Yu-jin. Really strong technique. First sub-second, 10-second time log there, 9.37 on the clock. Cha Yu-jin with 13.162 seconds for her second time. We should be able to keep you updated with the live results as well. If you want to see those live results, very easy to do. Go to results.theuiaa.org. You can find out live results as they happen. Next up, Paulina Abarikova, bib 109 on that left-hand side from Kazakhstan. On the right-hand side, Maria Tolokanina. Tolokanina strong again. Bit of a stumble there, but she keeps going. Abarikova much slower behind. Looks like there was a timer issue there with Tolokanina. See what happens, whether the judges have that time correct or not. But the finish timer said that she finished in 0.001 of a second. Something tells me that was a mistake. Joining us now, bib 127, Elena Kochigarova. Kochigarova on the left of Russia, Obakarova on the right. Kazakhstan. Looks like they're just trying to fix the timer. Nope. They're going to try and get this timer fixed as quickly as possible. Get the competition resumed. Radka Petkova is cheering on for Maria Tolokanina. We've got people tuned in from Siberia. Very good morning. See Feoktistova there on the screen talking to Kozbekova. Kochigarova, excuse me. Feoktistova climbed really well last season, took a gold medal in Sazfay, silver medal in Ravenstein. She took a silver medal here in 2017. She actually won the gold medal here back in 2015. All the athletes just queued up now, waiting to get that timer fixed. Looks like they're resetting it. I'm getting information to say that there's a problem with the cable. Thank you so much for your patience. Looks like they're rough and ready and taking things apart on the floor down there. Oh, that's not connected to a power supply the way he's taking those scissors to it. That's Tolokanina there. Just seeing some replays. That is, of course, Paulina Obarikova. Joined us last year on the circuit, I believe for the first time. Just to remind you, only 8 will go through to the finals in this speed competition. And at the moment we're doing the left route, right route. They have to get the fastest time of the two, or rather the total fastest time. So to give you an example, Cha Yu-jin got 12.36 in her first route, 13.16 on the second route, total time of 25.2. The 8 fastest total times will be the 8 athletes that go through to the finals, and then it goes to a dual format. And what that means is the first place and the 8th place will duel against each other. The one that is fastest of the two goes through. And that will go all the way from 8 down to 4, down to 2, and of course the fastest one will be the gold medalist. We'll have a duel for 3rd and 4th as well. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Let us know who you are cheering for. Stick it in the chat box, stick it in the comment box. This morning in Korea it is exactly 8:39 a.m. First lead finals of the season will take place later today. We're expecting to be live at 1:45 p.m. local time. It's a nice morning here, much nicer than yesterday. The rains have cleared and it's kind of a hazy fog just in the air. You can see it on that nice shot there. Much colder, I believe it's about -5 this morning, -5 degrees Celsius. Nice temperature, not too cold, but it keeps the ice in good condition. If you are just tuning in, a very good morning and welcome. Having a couple of issues with the timing device this morning. The cable seems to have broken and they are fixing it as we speak. So please do bear with us. Thank you so much for your patience. We have people tuning in for Kendra Stritch this morning. Kendra, representing the USA, will be out 9th. Look at that fog. Very mysterious.
씨와 우승하는데요. 특별히 씨와 함께 할 거고요. 그리고 오늘 돌아오전에 스페셜 공연 준비되고 있으니까요. 선수들 멋진 공연 보시고 오늘 파이팅 해주시기 바라겠습니다. 시간 좀 걸리네요.
We're just going to go to a quick VT, guys, give you something to look at other than Korean men trying to fix the timing chip. This is a brilliant little short about UIAA's safety label. We will be back very soon. Stick with us.
Anything can really happen.
You get one shot.
It's the excitement, the pace, the way that something can be so tenuous yet so positive, the movement, it's super athletic.
Fairly fit body, lots of endurance, but I think you need a really good mindset.
Every competition is different, every structure is different, every route is different.
It's really cool, like nothing you've done.
Vertical sprints.
70% of your mind, 30% of your power and speed, and
you use all parts of your body like hands and legs, and also like core strength is very important.
There's a big component to it also of being able to visualize ahead and pick the right holds to get on the ice and know what a good spot is to take. With the dual format, you're racing against your partners. There's some mind games that happen there.
You have to be able to climb a lot harder than the route is going to be.
Lots of decision making. It's more technical than just rock climbing. There's so many ways to use the tools.
The route is, for example, 25 holes, 25 problems, pause it.
Every athlete has their own creative approach to solving the challenges set by the route setters.
Sometimes I feel a bit scared, but I think I'm enjoying that kind of feeling.
It's an amazing community.
Everybody supports each other no matter if there's a language barrier. You still try to help each other as much as possible.
Ice climbing is a really interesting sport from a community perspective because it kind of transcends all boundaries. All different nations sat at the tables together, eating together, competing together. It's really a family as opposed to a circuit of competitors. I've never experienced a sport or a community quite like that I found in ice climbing.
I moved to Korea in 2010. It was I had been living in Ireland and working as an architect, and it was the time there was a downturn in the economy, and I was looking for somewhere else just to go for a year, and I heard some really good things about Korea. So I came here originally just for a year to teach English. And then I found climbing here, and I've been here ever since. When I came to Korea, my mind was completely turned around. I I joined a climbing gym in Anyang, Kim Jong-un Climbing Center. It's because of them that I'm here today, and they've continuously given me support. I think especially the owner, Kim Jong-un, I've never met anybody who has kind of so much vision for pushing people and training people, and I had no idea what I was capable of. In 2017, I actually somehow finished in second place in Cheongsong here.
I did see in Durango, Yma moved so fast when she knew that there was only 1 minute left. We need her to do that now.
Always when I hear the last minute call, that's kind of, I just go for it.
And she's looking really good now. Matches in onto that left hand with the right. Into the fig 9. Clips number 9. What a fantastic effort from Yma McSwiggan.
Cheongsong is such a special place for me. It's where I did my first ice climb, and I love the atmosphere, and everybody has always given me so much support. My ambitions for this year, it's really hard to tell now, just like before the competition starts, because you never really know like how your condition is until you get out on the wall. I've more experience this year. I maybe didn't train as hard. Yeah, I guess you just have to go out fighting and just say that, like, yeah, I'm gonna do the best I can.
Yma McSwiggan almost certainly through to the finals there. Great work from the Irish climber. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome back to Cheongsong. Thank you so much for your patience. We did have a slight technical issue there. The timing cable seemed to have been cut or something. We're not quite sure what, but we are glad to announce that we've fixed it. We hope you enjoyed that Yma McSwiggan video there. Really nice little piece that the crew made over the last few days. Danny the man over there put that together with Yma. It's absolutely beautiful. You'll be able to watch that on YouTube as well. She'll be competing later in the lead finals. But now back to the speed semi-finals. There on the left-hand side, bib 127 is Elena Kochegarova, and on the right-hand side is Kazakhstan's Paulina Obakirova of Kazakhstan. Okay, these athletes are going to have cooled down somewhat now. You know, they need to warm up again. Kochegarova up there first. We're going to be using manual timing, I believe, now on the right hand side, so ignore the times that you see on the screen. We're just going to go with the times that you see on results.theuiaa.org. If you are just joining us, a very warm welcome. My name's Liam Lonsdale. You can contact us directly here at the UIAA using the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. And you can contact the UIAA directly on UIAA Mountains. You can contact me directly on @Liam Lonsdale. On the left-hand side now is Katarina Feoktistova. On the right-hand side, Elena Kochegarova. Feoktistova, of course, has won gold medal at this competition. You can see why. She's got good pace there. Oh no! That is not the start that she wanted. Competition over for Feoktistova, I believe. That fall there, couldn't recover from it. The ice is so tough here that you can't catch yourself really. Not like the likes of Ravenstein or Kirov where you fall. Definitely not the way that Feoktistova would have hoped to have finished this competition. There's Kochegarova, climbed up on that right-hand side. On the left-hand side now, wearing bib number 125 is Katarina. Rather, it's Olga Kozak. You have to excuse me there. Bib number 123. very consistent climber from Poland. Conservative time there for her. Expect her to pick up the pace on her next attempt. Very good morning to Brian Hansen. Great to have you back on the broadcast. It's always fun to see familiar faces popping up, familiar names in that comments section. Next athlete on the left-hand side running bib 126 is Mariam Filipova. On the right-hand side, Olga Kozek of Poland. Filipova with a good start there, 11.53 for her. Again, just to clarify, the right-hand side, they're using a digital timer on the ground. You can't see the time on the LCD screen at the top, so the timers are registered manually on the ground. Mariam Filipova, no stranger to this competition. She placed second here in the speed, or rather fifth here in the speed competition in 2017. Joining us now on that left-hand side, our first Mongolian athlete, it's Aryumbayar Batpatar, wearing bib number 119. Just struggling to find the momentum at the start there, but seems to be moving a little better higher up. That's Filipova there. Yeah, didn't quite find the momentum there at the start of that route, Batpatar, but I think on her second attempt, looking from her form there, she might do better. On your screen there is Russia's Anna Udartseva. Another new name in this international competition. We have people tuning in from Peru, we have people tuning in from Mongolia, we have people tuning in from the UK. Caroline Matthews, a very warm welcome. So on that left-hand side is bib number 137, that's the USA's Kendra Stritch. Good start for her, 16.8. Mongolia's Aryumbayar Batpatar. A slightly slower time second time round. Looks like she's lost her axe up there. That's going to be another slight delay while we retrieve that. Brendan asks, are there predefined holds for the ice, or are they just using their axes to grip it? Basically what happens is the athletes get to practice, and they practiced yesterday, then they had the qualifying round, and holes are gradually formed by the axes as they go. So you see the times decrease, the speeds increase as the competition progresses, because the holes become better formed, better defined. But there are no predefined placements. They don't have to use any particular holds. They can use whichever ones they like. That's the axe retrieved. And we'll be ready to resume in just a few seconds. On the screen there is Anna Udartseva of Russia, bib 133. Just past 9 o'clock here in Cheongsong. Kendra Stritch on the right, Udartseva on the left. Both tall athletes, both with very athletic frames. Udartseva a little faster than Stritch, but she's missed the top. Oh no, that is not the way to do it. Kendra Stritch there with 13.2, much better time for her. Udartseva out of the competition, no time logged on that first run. Great work from the USA's Kendra Stritch. Very good morning from Cheongsong. If you are just joining us, then please do let us know where you are tuning in from. Let us know who you are cheering for. You can, of course, put that in the comments box, the chat box. We'd love to hear from you. If you are enjoying the broadcast, then please do like and share. The more likes, comments and shares that we get, the more people that get to see this wonderful competition. Bib 102, our next athlete is Finland's Mira Alhonsuo. Good first time for her there, 14.5 seconds. As I said, expect these times to get faster and faster as we progress. Mira now moves right for a second route, and here is the Russian rocket, Ekaterina Kosheva. Ekaterina Kosheva, of course, the reigning world champion. She took the overall gold medal in this competition in 2015 and 2017. Look at that pace. Another sub 10 second time log, 9.41. Very nicely done for her. Fastest time of the competition so far. Just see that again. Great form, great technique, wide hips, and she even with a stumble managed to log a sub 10 second time. Really manages to drive through those toes. Here comes a Korean athlete now. It's Sung Ga-son. She made finals of the lead competition. She'll be with us later today in that. It'll be interesting to see whether or not she tries to preserve some of that energy. Kosheva on the right there, moving really, really well. And look at that, sub 9 seconds this time, 8.952 on the clock for Ekaterina Kosheva, sitting in provisional first place there. It's definitely an advantage to be in first place for this competition. Means that you're going to be up against the slowest qualifier. Next athlete is Enni Bertling of Finland. 103. And it looks like Sung Ga-son actually fell there. We didn't see it. Kosheva's so fast, we stuck with her. So here is Finland's Enni Bertling. Good rhythm. Oh, little stumble, and that ice on the left-hand side, so brittle. Somehow managed to keep that left hand in. Still going. Manages to finish with that huge stumble, 18.98. Very lucky. Condition of the ice here, very unique. See ice like this on any of the other rounds of the circuit. Does look good, but it doesn't climb quite as fast as some of the others. Now we have Natalia Savitskaya, bib number 131. On the right hand side, of course, for her second route is Enni Bertling. Interesting technique from Savitskaya. Kind of has like a rotation in the hips. 11.37. Enni Bertling still going. 15.36 for her. We're now down to our final athlete, which will be Hamin Young of Korea. Savitskaya moves right. Hamin Young joins us. Here we go. Savitskaya on the right hand side, much better rhythm this time. Hamin Young on the left, bid 111, a little bit slower. Savaitskaya finishes, and we see on the left-hand side, Hamin Young still climbing. 19.88 seconds for her. Hamin Young will move right now. So I can tell you now that we have our top 8. Hamin Young will have to half her time to get into that top 8, so I think that's quite unlikely. Our top 8 in 8th place from Kazakhstan is Paulina Abakurova. In 7th place from the USA is Kendra Stritch. 6th place from Finland, Mira Alhonsro. 6th place from Russia is Elena Kochigorova. 4th place from Korea is Chayu Jin. 3rd place from Russia is Mariam Filipova. 2nd place from Russia, Maria Tolkanina. 1st place from Russia is Katarina Kosheva. Hamin Young falling just below the top there, so that's definitely no qualifying position for her. Shock exits from Katerina Feoktistova and Anna Urdatseva. Would have expected to see both of those names in the final, but both of those missing from the final gives a couple of names an extra chance. Great to see USA, Finland, Korea and Kazakhstan represented in this final. You'll have to excuse me, the results have just updated in front of my screen. Kazakhstan no longer in there. 8th place will be Kendra Stritch. She will race against Katerina Kosheva, 1st versus 8th. 2nd place, Maria Tolkanina will race against Mira Alhonsro of Finland. 3rd place, Natalia Savitskaya of Russia will race against Elena Kochigorova. And Mariam Filipova will race against Chayu Jin. That will be our final, which will take place shortly. Just clean up that base there, and then we'll go to the men's semi-final. Fastest qualifier yesterday was Rad Mosen of Iran. Total time of 12.59 seconds. He was ahead of Nikolai Kuzovlev, followed by Anton Sukharev, Vladislav Irlov, Anton Nemov, Vladimir Kartashev, Enkbatar Dorsugen doing really well there from Mongolia, as did Kazlen Nyamdu of Mongolia, both in the top 8 there. Making up the rest of that 16, we have Kurelbatar Garelskogt, we have Saikan Jargal Otkon Bayar, we have Marcus Garcia, Dmitry Gabenikov. Really good to see some of those faster athletes, not Russians, and the reason I emphasize that is because the Russians have been so dominant in that top 10 for so long. We have Junyang Pyo of Korea, Yang Myung-wook of Korea in 13th and 14th qualifying position, 15th and 16th were Tapio Alhonsro and Roman Shestinin. Of course, it gets shuffled, the order, for the start list. So our first athlete out will be Gereltsogt Kurelbatar of Mongolia. I have to apologise in advance to the Mongolians for the way that I really, do make a mess of their names. I try very hard. I spent some time with the Mongolians trying to learn how to pronounce their names. It's very difficult, so I will do my very best, but please do accept my apologies to them and to everyone for my best efforts at pronouncing their names. President of the jury, the judges there, Carlos Teixeira, just having a chat with the athletes. Brendan Graham says it's crazy how different from regular climbing this is. Very interesting. It is indeed totally different to normal climbing. If we're talking about rock climbing, it's very different from ice climbing. What I can tell you is that it becomes interesting throughout the season because there's different structures with very different qualities of ice. The ice here very much artificial, made from these frozen clear blocks. when we go to China next week. They actually climb on a frozen ice fall. So that will be much more like speed ice climbing as opposed to speed climbing on ice. We'll also go to Sazfei, which has a structure somewhere between the two. They use these blocks but then pack ice into it to create a slightly more climbable structure. Rabenstein has the ice turm, this crazy high tower that will again provide some very different spectacles. We don't know what the speed wall is going to look like in Denver yet. That'll be interesting for sure. Men getting clipped in now and ready to go. Just waiting to get ready there, doing his best to stay warm. That is, of course, Khorelbatar of Mongolia. Looks like we might be ready to go there. Khorelbatar, Mongolia on that left-hand side. Hopefully not getting too cold. Definitely colder out there today than it was yesterday. So here we go, back again with the action. Khorelbatar of Mongolia. Looks like we're going with manual timing. No time logged on the top, but I believe they'll be using stopwatches now. He'll move rightwards for his second route. Just to remind you of that format, the athletes have two routes, left and a right. Their times are combined and the fastest times go through. The 8 fastest times will go through. On that left-hand side now, Vladimir Kartashev of Russia, current world champion, very, very fast climber. A couple of years ago here at this competition, he actually finished the route with 1 axe. Still managed to qualify for finals. Took the overall gold medal in 2017 as well as taking silver medal here that year. There's bib number 36, Vladislav Urlov. Two of the fastest athletes here. Urlov on the left-hand side getting the edge over Kartashev, who had that slight stumble. There's Anton Nemov now on the left-hand side. Urlov moves on the right-hand side. Nemov was slower than Urlov in qualifications. Let's see how he fares in this semi-final. Strong start for Nemov on that left-hand side. Urlov making good progress. Higher up the route though. Nemov takes that there. He was slightly faster. We're not in the dual format yet, but it does give us a good indicator of who is looking faster on the wall. Next athlete joining us is Roman Shestanin of Kazakhstan. His total time yesterday, he was the slowest qualifier with 25.25 seconds total. To give you some idea, Radmozen's total time of 12.159 was almost half of this guy's total time. So Radmozen really one to watch. Anton Nemov very fast there. Shestanin of Kazakhstan fighting higher up there. Oh no, big fall. Takes a lot of ice down with him as well. You can see the ice quality really brittle like that. Next up is Karlen Nyamdo. Had a great qualifying run yesterday. Finished in 8th position with a total time of 16.93. So here goes Karlen Nyamdo of Mongolia. Really good pace, good technique, driving legs, fast arms, strong finish. A couple of little stumbles there. Needs to have a flawless performance on the second route. Every millisecond counts in this speed semi-final. Fastest total time is what will get you through. Only the top 8 qualify for the men's final. Another new athlete now. This time it's Saikon Jagal Otkon Bayar. Karlen Nyamdo moves right. And here they go, Nyamdo with a really good start. Little stumble there in the middle, but manages to keep up the momentum. Oh, and a stumble below the top as well, just stalling. Wait to see what his time comes through at, but that was another good run from him. Will it be fast enough to see him through to the final 8? His total time yesterday was 16.93 seconds. We'll have to wait and see if he's managed to better that this morning. Anton Yemov currently in first place with 12.94 seconds. 2 sub-7 seconds time. 2 sub-7 second times logged for him. Another new athlete now on that left-hand side is Marcos Garcia of the USA. Opting for shorter hand movements and fast feet, really finding his momentum now. Really nice effort there from the USA's Marcos Garcia. Excellent work. There's going to be some American voices cheering at the screens at home, I'm sure of that. Powered through that. Absolutely flew there. Another Mongolian athlete joining us now, it's Dorjusen Enkpatar. Marcos Garcia. Oh, big stumble for Marcos Garcia. That's going to cost him. Whether or not his total time will be fast enough to qualify, it's hard to say, but that was a great effort from the American athlete there. Big stall out. Oh, and he's lost an axe as well. Ice quality causing the athletes a couple of problems this morning. Kelenamdo yesterday, total time over 16 seconds. This morning he's beaten that. 15.47 is his time. Currently sitting in 4th place. Another new athlete joining us now. It's Finland's Tapio Alhonsuo. They've retrieved Marcos Garcia's axe. Tapio Alhonsuo on the left. Dorjusen Enkpatar on the right. Enkpatar moving really well, but stalling out. Again, the ice just breaking below his hands. Tapio Alhonsuo, really rhythmic, slow pace. Managed to beat there Enkpatar of Mongolia. Really nice pace that he managed to keep up for the whole way. Just consistent. He'll move right now for his second route, looking to better that time. And on the left-hand side, we'll have Nikolai Kuzovlev. Nikolai Kuzovlev, of course, qualified yesterday in the second fastest time of total 13.87. Overall speed gold medalist last year, ranked #1 in the world right now, and it's easy to see why when he powers up the speed wall like that. Excellent pace from start to finish. No mistakes for Nikolai Kuzovlev. And as I said, we're using manual timing, so I don't have his final time there, but that was blistering pace set there by Nikolai Kuzovlev. Speaking of fast, there is Radmosen of Iran, yesterday's fastest qualifier. You think he's going to climb with his headphones around his neck? Apparently he is. Oh, big stall out from Radmosen there. That's going to cost him. Kuzovlev, no mistakes again. Wow, Radmosen really struggling there. Not quite sure what happened, but he was very, very slow to hit that timer. He's going to have to do a flawless performance on his second route. On the left-hand side now joins us is Korea's athlete Yang Myung-wook. Radmosen on the right-hand side, #07. better this second time round, but another slip of the foot. Have to wait for those times to come through on my screen to see how he did. But he definitely wasn't as fast as we would have expected him to be after that first place qualifier yesterday. And that's very much been Rad's record of the last couple of years. You know, he's been incredibly fast in qualifiers and semi-finals, but then just hasn't managed to pull it out of the bag in a final. Difficult to say whether it's the pressure getting to him or what, but he hasn't managed to successfully take a medal in any of the finals as yet. Bib number 43 on that left-hand side is Anton Sukarev. Slips with that right hand, and Yang Hyung-wook of Korea beats him to the top. Yang finishing yesterday with a total time of 22.57. Sukarev finishing with a total time of 14.48. But it was Korea that took the win there. That big stumble from Sukarev in bib number 43. Climbers having to adapt their styles for this brittle ice. Bib number 17 now, Jun Yang Pyo, another Korean athlete. Sukarev moves right. There they go. Sukarev much faster this time. Great pace, great technique, big finish, easy. One more athlete now. You see him in the green sleeves and the yellow helmet. It's the bear himself, Dmitry Grebennikov. By far the biggest athlete on the circuit. Big physique, very muscular, very tall. Bit of a slip there, slowing Grebennikov down. Jun Yang Pyo looking good with that finish. Grebennikov fell, no finish for him. And if you are just joining us, very warm welcome to the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. We are finished now with the men's semi-final, and we're going to go straight to the women's final in just a few seconds. Wherever you're tuned in from, we'd love to hear from you. We have people watching all the way from San Francisco, believe it or not, all over the world. We have spectators. Dmitry Grebennikov must have finished because he's going again. We didn't see that one with Pyo moving so quickly. Do let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you are cheering for. What are you doing with your Sunday? Perhaps you've been out for a run. Maybe you're having a lazy morning. Maybe it's only the afternoon where you are. Whatever you're doing, we hope you're having a wonderful time, and we hope you're enjoying this UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. As I said, we're going to go straight through with the women's final now. Let's quickly go to those results. Let's take a look at those results. I can tell you in the women's speed duel competition, the top 8 will be, let me just refresh that screen so I've got it for certain. 8th place from the USA with a total time of 29.9 is Kendra Stritch. 7th place from Finland with a total time of 28.68 is Mireille Honsuo. 6th place with a total time 27.35 is Elena Kochigorova of Russia. 5th place with a total time 25.37 is Cha Hyun-jin of Korea. 4th place with a total time of 22.41 seconds of Russia is Maryam Filipova. 3rd place, another Russian athlete, 21.58 total time, Natalia Savitskaya. 2nd place, 19.48 total time, Maria Tolkanina of Russia. And Queen of Speed, Katarina Kosheva, 17.96 total time, qualifies in first place. 12 seconds between 8th and 1st in those qualifiers. And as you see on your screen there, it will be 1st versus 8th in the first duel, 2nd versus 7th, 3rd versus 6th, and 4th versus 5th. Kendra Stritch going to have to pull something miraculous out of the bag if she wants to go through there. Let me quickly take a look at those men's semi-finals results and just run you through those. Those should be pretty much settled in now. Marcus Garcia just missing out on qualifiers. Get this, by 0.01 of a second. Absolute heartbreak there for Marcus Garcia. 8th place qualifier, total time of 19.99 is Kurelbatar Gereltsogt of Mongolia. 7th place, total time of 18.66 is Saikonjagal Otkombayar of Mongolia. 18.49 in 6th place of Mongolia, Enkpatar Dorchusoren. 5th place is Kerlen Namdo, 15.47 seconds. Vladimir Kartashev of Russia, top 4, 14.79. 3rd place, Vladislav Urlov of Russia, 13.44. Anton Yemov of Russia with 12.94. And Nikolai Kuzovlev qualifies in 1st place. 12.23 seconds. Look at that. Radmosen doesn't qualify. I need to make sure that those results are correct. I seem to remember that he did manage to top the routes, but perhaps I made a mistake there. Need to get confirmation on those results, make sure that they are correct. But as they stand, as my results on my screen show, that is your top 8. Kuzovlev will duel with Gereltsogt of Mongolia. Nemov will duel with Otkombayar. Urlov will duel with Dorj Suren. Kartashev will duel with Nyam Do. It's going to be a great finals, guys. We hope you stick with us. We hope you enjoy. Just a few seconds, we'll get ready with the ladies. They're down there now, getting ready to clip in and climb. Going to the dual format now. Fastest climber knocks out the slowest climber. No mercy. Stick with us. So we are almost ready with the women's. We're just making sure that all of the technical bits and pieces are prepared and in order. Let's have a quick look at that men's competition that just took place. That was Marcus Garcia. Absolute heartbreak for him. 19.99 seconds was the time qualified by the Mongolian athlete ahead of him, and he was 20 seconds. So close. But not quite enough. There was Tapio Alfonso. He finished in 10th place. There was Nikolai Kuzovlev, first place qualifier, and with no Rasmussen, I would say that he's definitely the favourite to win. Qualified second yesterday. Only 2 athletes sub 13 in that qualifying round, Nemov and Kuzovlev. Kuzovlev half a second faster overall. Still, lots can happen. Okay, I'm getting some more information on my screen. Rasmussen now has a time on the screen. It's refreshing all the time. He doesn't have a total time, so his ranking hasn't been updated, but I think he is going to have a time. Do apologise for this. Of course, we're at the mercy of manual time in here, so it does take longer than normal. The results don't upload quickly onto my screen. Rasmussen now in 8th place. Marcus Garcia in 14th. Right, okay, this is starting to make more sense. Do apologise. And we're almost ready with the women's final. Okay, let's concentrate on that now. Women's speed duel, first place versus 8th place. That's Kendra Stritch versus Katarina Kosheva. Bib number 128, Kosheva on that left-hand side, starting to break away from Kendra Stritch, but Kendra's looking good. Oh, no! Oh, Kendra Stritch was making really great progress there. She didn't look too far behind Kosheva. Certainly wouldn't have been an unassailable lead. But that fall, oh, heartbreaker. Heartbreaker. Kendra Stritch out of the competition. Such a shame for Kendra. And that was Kosheva's second route, so fast there, sub 8 seconds. Barely even realised that was happening. And so here is our second round of finals qualifiers. On the left hand side is Mariam Filipova, and on the right hand side is Yujin Cha of Korea. Mariam Filipova breaking away at the start of the route there. Yujin Cha looked like she might catch her, but didn't. Strong finish from her. She'll need some sort of break of pace there to be able to catch up with Filipova. Next athletes out will be Maria Tolokanina and Mira Alfonso. Maria Tolokanina qualified with a total time of 19.48. Alfonso qualified with 28.62. But let's stick with Yujin Cha and Mariam Filipova. Yujin Cha needs to win this one by quite a margin to be ahead of Filipova, but Filipova breaking away on that right-hand side. Consistent form, solid pace. No, she just needs to win, and she does. 12.2 will be fast enough to see her go through to the next round of this knockout final. If you are just joining us, you are watching the women's speed final, the first final of the season. We will see our first gold medalist crowned here this morning. Let us know who you think will win. You can comment in the chat box. You can of course use the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. why not contact me directly? You can do so using @Liam Lonsdale. Maria Tolokanina on the left, Mira Alhonsro on the right, and there they go. Tolokanina the favourite here. Look at that pace, really solid start, wide hips, good motion, powerful arms, easy finish, sub 10 seconds, effortless for Tolokanina. Knows that all she needs to do is get a solid finish in there. Consummate professional. And again, Tolokanina just needs to get a finish ahead of Alhonsro now. No mistakes. Tolokanina lines up on the right. Alhonsro on the left. And there they go. And of course, Tolokanina, while she knows she only has to finish, will be looking to put some pace in her arms so that she's more warm for the next round. Oh no, Alhonsro falls. Tolokanina finishes again. Like I said, a very conservative time, 12.2 on the clock for her. Alhonsro with no top there, out of the competition. Axe is down. We have two new athletes joining us now in our final duel. On the right-hand side will be Elena Kochegarova, on the left-hand side Natalia Savitskaya, both Russian athletes. And this will be the most hotly contested position. Of course, these athletes were 3rd and 6th. Savitskaya faster on the left, 8.91 for her. Oh, Kochegarova with a slow finish there. She's going to have a real strong win ahead of Savitskaya to go through. There she is, Natalia Savitskaya. So they switch round now. Savitskaya on the right hand side, breaking away. She just needs to finish. Really good, strong. There it is, 10.05. Little stumble at the end, just taking care not to fall. If you are enjoying the broadcast this morning, then why not like and share? We would love to get more people tuned in. We've got people tuned in online. We have people tuned in on TV. Various TV stations are taking this, so very good morning to you guys. If you're watching online, then why not drop us a comment in the chat box. Let us know who you are cheering for, where you are cheering from. If you're new to the sport, let us know as well. If you have any questions, I'll be delighted to answer them. They're just cleaning up there, keeping that floor nice and clean, ready for the next set of athletes. So what we'll do now is go to the men's quarterfinals. And again, 1st versus 8th, 2nd versus 7th, 3rd versus 6th, 4th versus 5th. First duel will be between Nikolai Kozlovlev and Radmosen. Rad, interestingly, qualified in 8th place, but qualified in 1st yesterday. These two were our fastest qualifiers yesterday. It'll be interesting to see how they fare against each other. Will this be Radmosen's opportunity to take out Nikolai Kuzovlev? And will Kuzovlev take out potentially his biggest competition? Let's wait and see. Jackets off. Approaching the wall now. Two very strong athletes, both in lead and speed. Kuzovlev, the only athlete to top the men's route in the semi-finals yesterday. He'll be in lead finals today. Could it be 2 golds for him today in the first World Cup of the season? Looking for the best placement to start. Kuzovlev on the left, Mosen on the right. Here we go. Really close to start. Radmosen looks ahead. Radmosen just needs to keep it together and he's in the lead. 5.92. Sub 6 seconds for Iran's Radmosen. Absolutely stunning work from him. Kuzovlev with everything to play for now. He really needs to fight for that second route. Radmosen needs to keep it together. No letting up. Needs to log another fast time, but in doing so, could knock Russia's Nikolai Kuzovlev out of the competition. This is potentially the most exciting duel that we'll have in this set quarter-final. Watch with bated breath now. Radmosen on the left, which has traditionally been the faster of the 2 routes. Nikolai Kuzovlev on the right. Here they go, this is it. Oh, Radmosen slips at the beginning, and he's going to have to do something big now. Another big slip. Kuzovlev's going to take it. Oh my gosh. Heartbreak for Iran's Radmosen, and yet again, when it came to the crunch, he choked. Absolute heartbreak for the Iranian after what could have been his moment to knock out Kuzovlev. It wasn't to be, and Kuzovlev dominated. Sub 6 seconds for him, and that's him through. We now have Anton Sukharev and Youngwook Yang. Russia versus Korea in this second duel.
Ready? Attention.
Sukharev on the left, Youngwook on the right. Oh, Sukharev stumbles at the top and what takes it? 7.4 seconds. Sukharev fluffs the top. Excellent work from Youngwook Yang, who managed to keep it together. So now they'll switch. Could we see a Korean going through to the semi-finals? It would certainly be the first time it's ever happened.
Ready? Attention.
And here they go. Another stumble from Sukharev, and Youngwook Yang, consistent, just needs to finish, and he does! 7.39 versus 7.31. It's the Korean that goes through, and it's upset for Anton Sukharev, who is out of the competition. I think it's fair to say that is the first time a Russian athlete has ever lost in a speed duel against a Korean. Amazing work from him. Youngwook Yang goes through to the semi-final in the final round in this knockout. Don't know about you guys at home, but this is very exciting. Next duel, Vladislav Urlov on the left and Keshlen Nyamdu on the right. Russia versus Mongolia. Babyface Yurlov lines up there in the yellow helmet. Nyamdo in the silver helmet. And here they go, look at that! Nyamdo with a really good start. Oh no, he's fallen! Oh, so close there. That was a really closely contested route in that first half. Yurlov kept it together. Nyamdo fell, and that's his competition over. Such a shame for the Mongolian athlete. Yurlov with a really good pace, steady away at 6.4. Just needs to finish now. So Yurlov now just needs to log a time. Of course, he'll put some effort in because he definitely wants to be warm for the next round. 7.8, nice conservative time for him there.
This is the last round in men's really your quarterfinal.
Okay, we go through to our final duel now. On the left-hand side is Anton Yemov of Russia. On the right-hand side, Vladimir Kartashev of Russia. Both gold medalists in the speed competition in the past. Both very talented, both very fast. It's Yemov that takes the first victory. Just over half a second between them on that one. Kartashev's going to have to really pull out the bag if he wants to be ahead of Nyemov on this next duel. That's Kartashev. Nyemov on the right-hand side this time. Who's going to be through? Yemov or Kartashev? Strong start for Kartashev, who's slightly ahead, but the stumble's going to cost him. Yemov leaving him behind, and he has done. It's Yemov through, Kartashev's out. Not good enough from Vladimir Kartashev. It's Anton Yemov that advances to this semi-final of the knockout finals. We go back to the women's now. First duel will be Katerina Kosheva versus Mariam Filipova. Second duel between Natalia Savitskaya versus Maria Tolokanina. They'll quickly clean up that base there. Make those last preparations ready for the women. 16 athletes competed in that semi-final earlier today. We're down to 4 women now and 4 men. Three of these 4 will walk away with medals today. We know already that it's going to be an all-women's, or rather all-Russian podium in the women's competition. Not guaranteed in the men's competition though. One Korean athlete through to the knockout semi-final duel. That was Vladislav Yurlov. Not the fastest time, but enough because Ketlin Nyamdo fell on his attempt. Such a shame. Thought we might have 2 non-Russians in the speed final there, which would have been a first. Really great to see other countries cutting it with the best now. And there are our 4 fastest ladies. Up first, Kosheva and Filipova. Kosheva in the yellow, Filipova in the purple. Kosheva takes up to the ice first. Filipova on the right, Kosheva on the left. Vying for a place in the finals, and here they go. Kosheva slightly quicker on the left, wider hips. Filipova though with a big stride, nearly catching. No, it's Kosheva that breaks away. Finishes first, 8.4. Slow time from Kosheva, but she was opting just to beat Filipova. They'll switch sides now. Just needs to keep it together. No mistakes from Kosheva will see her through to the knockout final against either Maria Tolokanina or Natalia Savitskaya. So they switch sides now.
Ready? Attention.
Kosheva on the right hand side just needs to keep it together. She's going for a faster time. She knows that she's going to need to be fast, but that stumbles cost her. 10.7, still faster than Filipova. Kosheva advances to the final. So we go to our second duel now. Natalia Savitskaya on the left-hand side, Maria Tolokanina on the right. Fastest of these two will go through to the final against Katerina Kosheva. And at this moment in time, Natalia Savitskaya is the fastest. Bit of a stumble at the top, and Tolokanina takes it. Can you believe that? Savitskaya just stuck in the ice for almost a second and a half. She looked like she was going to take it, and then her axe stalled. Nightmare there for Natalia Savitskaya, and she really has to do something special now. Let's just see that again. So Savitskaya was ahead, Tolokanina, and that left hand stalled, the right hand stalled. And after she even used a hand, did you see that? She used a hand to top instead of the axe because it was stuck. Let's see what happens now. Tolokanina on the left, Natalia Savitskaya on the right. Tolokanina looking really fluid on the left-hand side, but Savitskaya's got the edge on her. Is it a 2-second edge? No, it's not. 0.6 seconds ahead will not be enough. 95% sure that it's Tolokanina that we're going to see through to the final against Kosheva. And they were tied in 2017, Katerina Kosheva and Maria Tolokanina, for the World Championship title. They both took the World Championship that year in the speed comp. There'll be no ties here in Gyeongsong, let me tell you that. We go now to the men's speed duel semi-final. Nikolai Kuzovlev, fastest in the semi-final, will be against Yang Myung-wook of Korea. Anton Yemov of Russia will be against Vladislav Yurlov. We already know that the gold medalist will be either Maria Tolokanina or Katerina Kosheva. Who will it be in the men's? A lot of support from the crowd for Yang Myung-wook. Could he be the first ever Korean in a speed duel final? The odds are most definitely stacked against him. World champion and world number 1, Nikolai Kozlovlev. He's going to be doing everything he can to stop him. Yang Myung-wook needs a flawless performance. He needs Kozlovlev to make a mistake. Let's see what happens. Good start from Kozlovlev, and he's way ahead of Wook. And it's a big finish from Kozlovlev, a second ahead of Yang Myung-wook. Not Kozlovlev's fastest time. Just needs to keep his cool, Kozlovlev. He knows that he's the favourite. He knows that he has the experience. He knows that he has the athletic calibre. That man right there, Yang Myung-wook of Korea, can cause a real upset here. Needs to be a second faster than Kozlovlev. And here they go. Kozlovlev faster on that right-hand side. A bit of a stumble from Yang Myung-wook. Look at that. Kozlovlev's going to take it. 6.29. And it was a brilliant effort nonetheless. Yang Myung-wook still in with a chance of a bronze medal here. But it's Nikolai Kozlovlev that advances to the finals. And our next duel there is Vladislav Yurlov. So here they go, Yurlov on the right, Nemov on the left. Nemov with a consistent pace and a really nice shifted direction there. You saw him moving right and then left on the ice. Following that path, he had his route planned out perfectly there. Excellent work from Nemov. He takes the win ahead of Yurlov. They're going to switch now. Who's going to be fastest overall? Big stumble from Yurlov on that right-hand side cost him almost a second. Yurlov does not look happy. Seems to be holding his legs somewhat. Looks like they're just having a slight issue here with the timing plate. Looks like they're having to fix that wire again. So they're just going to fix that timing plate there. There was Kozlovlev versus Yang Myung-wook. Still has a chance at the bronze medal.
아시죠 여러분들 경기 결승 때까지 끝까지 함께해 주시면 저희가 드론으로 경품을 드릴 예정인데 응원본을 드론으로 떨어뜨려 드릴 겁니다. 그 응원본 받으신 분들은 제가 제품으로 교환을 해드리는데요. 교환하는 곳은 제가 있는 자리 이곳에서 교환을 해드릴게요. 오늘 경품은 노스페이스 제품이겠습니다. 여러분 2016 초청 SMI 월드컵 지금 속도전 경기를 함께하고 계십니다. 좀 전까지 4강이 마무리됐고요. 결과 나온 대로 3-3위전 그리고 결승전을 함께하도록 하겠습니다. 아주 긴장된 경기 여러분들이 많이 응원해 주시고 함께해서 서로 호흡해 주시니까 더욱더 경기가
See there, the just trying to fix that timing plate. Had a slight issue with the cable, I think. Not quite sure what happened. I'm wondering if it maybe was kicked out of the plate. Hard to say at this point. We didn't get it on camera, unfortunately. Looks like we're ready to go. Vladislav Urdlov on that left-hand side. On the right-hand side, Anton Nemov, and it's Nemov that takes it. He'll be going through.
We will have a match for the plate in River Viewer.
지금 관중석을 서서 계시면은 경기가 끝나고 저희가 앞으로 이게 할 거니까요. 그래서 관중석에서 대기를 해주시길 바라겠습니다. 드론이 나오면 가장 여러분 함성이 좋은 선수라면 드론의 위치겠죠. 거기에서 딱 떨어뜨리면 그 응급법 캐시하셔야 됩니다. 교환은 제가 있는 자리에서 해드릴 거고요. 노스페이스 제품으로 바꿔드리겠습니다. 하시고요. 나와서 조금만 계시면은 안 좋아요.
신나는 음악도 나오기 때문에 같이 모두 흔들면서 즐거운 시간을 보내봅시다.
자, 여자 3, 4위전. 여자 경기는 3, 4위전과 결승전에 모두 러시아 선수들이 다 올라와 있습니다.
러시아가 다 올라왔습니다.
자, 이 여자 선수들의 기록도 거의 남자 선수들 못지않게.
Okay, looks like we are ready to go now with the women's final. First up, we'll have our third and fourth place duel. So on the left-hand side is Natalia Savitskaya, on the right-hand side, Mariam Filipova, both representing Russia. This is for the bronze medal. Athletes will compete on the left and the right side. Fastest combined time wins. Here we go. Savitskaya on the left-hand side, a little faster than Filipova to start. Oh, big stumble from Savitskaya, and Filipova's going to capitalise on that. Moving well, big finish, 9.7 and 10.4 of the 2 times respectively. Let's see what happens on the second round, but there's not much of a gap there. Filipova needs to keep it together if she wants to take the win. So here they go, second time round. Filipova on the left, Savitskaya on the right. Savitskaya looking a little faster this time. Just needs to keep it together and get an extra half second on Filipova. Big finish. Oh, that is tight. That is very tight indeed. Savitskaya wins that one by almost a second. We'll have to wait and see who was the fastest of the two. That was very close. Which athlete will take the bronze medal, Savitskaya or Filipova? I'll wait for my screen to refresh. Katerina Kosheva on the left, Maria Tolokanina on the right. This is for gold and silver medal. Both have won gold medals here before. Both have been ranked #1 in the world before. And it's Kosheva that takes the first win. 8.19 against 8.53. Very, very close. Way too close to call. Of course, Kosheva needs to win the second run to be guaranteed with a gold medal. Tolokanina needs to win the second run more than 0.4 of a second faster than Kosheva if she wants to win. Fastest combined time is what counts here. Kosheva on the right, Tolokanina on the left. Tolokanina wearing bib 132, Kosheva wearing 128. Kosheva in red, Tolokanina in black. Here they go. Tolokanina gets a better start on that left-hand side. Kosheva catching her up though. Big stumble from Kosheva. Tolokanina just needs to hold it together. 7.8.1. Big fall there. Kosheva stumbles on the right, and it's Tolokanina that takes the first gold of the season. And you can see how much it means to her. The Russian athlete winning against Katerina Kosheva. She needed to take the win in that second run there, and she did in fine, fine style. The fastest woman on the planet, still so fast. Big hugs for teammate Katerina Kosheva. Is there any stopping Maria Tolokanina? She's through to the league finals later today as well. Stunning work. And the first gold medal of the season goes to Maria Tolokanina. Silver medal will go to Katerina Kosheva. I'm still waiting for my screen to refresh. The duel between Savitskaya and Mariam Filipova. So here we go with the men's third place duel. Kartashev on the left, Yang Myung-wook on the right. Yang Myung-wook just starts to break away, but Kartashev gets ahead again. Oh, heartbreak, almost 3 seconds between those two there. Yang Myung-wook, you'll have to excuse me, I was saying Kartashev, I meant Yurlov. Yang Myung-wook was very, very good there for the majority of that run. Big stumble at the end. I'd really love to see a Korean on the podium of a speed competition. Could happen now. He needs to make a big win against Yurlov, and Yurlov needs to make a mistake. Let's see what happens. Can Yang Myung-wook keep it together and walk away with a bronze medal? Stumble at the start for the Korean climber. The Russian looks solid as ever. It's going to be a bronze medal for Vladislav Yurlov. Yang Myung-wook takes 4th place here. Don't let that sound like any form of failure. That is an amazing result to have a Korean climber, a non-Russian climber to be honest, but a Korean climber in the top 5 of a Speed World Cup. It's an absolutely sensational result, a real step up in performance from the Korean team, and something to be proud of. I know that the Korean team will be very, very proud of Yang Myung-wook. Awesome work from him. Okay, now we go to the business end of this final. Nikolai Kuzovlev against Anton Nemov in the gold medal duel. Kuzovlev in the red, Nemov in the blue. Kuzovlev the faster of the two athletes in the qualifying rounds, but Nemov can be fast, and Kuzovlev with this slip has got work to do. Nemov takes the first win, 6.8 seconds, 7.4 for Nikolai Kuzovlev. They'll switch sides now. Let's see what happens. Can Nemov keep it together? Just needs to be ahead of Kuzovlev. And now have the confirmed result. Mariam Filipova takes 3rd place and bronze medal in the women's competition. Kosheva in 2nd, Tolokanina in 1st. There was 0.02 of a second between Mariam Filipova and Natalia Savitskaya. That's how close 3rd and 4th was. Back to the men's. Nemov on the left in blue. Kuzovlev on the right in red. And Kuzovlev is faster. Oh no, it's another stumble and Nemov takes the gold. Nemov will walk away with a first gold medal of the season here in Gyeongsang, South Korea. An all-Russian podium in the men's and women's competitions. And arguably the favourite, Nikolai Kuzovlev, walks away with silver medal, and Anton Nemov with that brilliant performance there. Open hips, great strength, great stride, fast hands, and he took that same route, that little S-bend, right then left, finished strong. Anton Nemov is your first gold medalist of the season here at the speed competition. So that's it for the speed finals this morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's just before 10:30 here. We'll be back with the men's and women's lead finals at 1:45 p.m. local time. We're 9 hours ahead of the UK, 8 hours ahead of Central Europe. So you can extrapolate those times accordingly. We're 17 hours ahead of the Pacific West Coast. So 1:45 p.m. here is going to be fairly early in the morning for you guys, but hopefully some of the US can tune in and see Kevin Lindlow competing in the men's final later today. just to confirm one more time those results in the men's and women's competition. In the women's, 4th place goes to Natalia Savitskaya. 3rd place goes to Mariam Filipova, who goes away with the bronze medal. 2nd place goes to Ekaterina Kosheva of Russia with a silver medal there. And Maria Tolokonina takes the first gold medal of the season for Russia. In the men's competition, it is Yang Young-wook in 4th place of Korea. Amazing result for the Korean athlete. 3rd place and bronze medal goes to Vladislav Irlov of Russia. 2nd place, silver medal goes to Nikolai Kuzovlev, of Russia. And Anton Nemov walks away with the gold medal in this men's speed competition. It's been a wonderful morning here in Cheongsong. The sun's going to stay out for the rest of the day. It's going to be nice and cold, nice and fresh. We've loved having you along. Do tune in at 1:45 local time for that lead final later on. My name's Liam Lonsdale. We'll see you later on.